tall, you never saw. Been in trouble with the law since the day they was born. Straightening the curves, flattening the hills. Someday the mountain might get them, but the law never will. Making their way the only way they know how. That's just a little bit more than the law will allow. Just a good old boy, they wouldn't change if they could. Fighting the system like a true modern day Robin Hood.
Sixth place on our list. What is it?
First road trip.
Alright, for the sixth position in our list, we have our first road trip. So, that'd be season 2, episode 16, and then it also goes into 5th, but we'll go back. So if that goes into season 2, episode 15, that's number 5 and 6 on the list. So in season 2, episode 16, it's the finale of season 2, and we drive, I pick up my buddy Elder Lyman, and we drive from Salt Lake City to Las Vegas, because one of our old mission buddies, my zone leader, Elder Sink, he was getting married. So he invited us to the wedding. I was like, well, let's make a road trip out of it. Let's have some fun. While we were down there, we visited the Las Vegas Temple, and we also went to the Stratosphere. And then we went on a couple of the rides there. I didn't record it though because I didn't bring any body mounts for my GoPro, and I was freaking out as it was because going down a regular ride at Lagoon or something like that, that's freaky enough. But when you're going on a ride when you're 112 stories above, when you're 112 levels up, that's freaky.
I don't want to do it though.
Yeah, that's like 1,400 feet almost high.
I know.
Yeah.
I love crazy rides.
Well, you are crazy.
Exactly.
It takes crazy to do crazy. Yeah, but Lyman, he had fun, and then he kind of wanted to go again. I was like, okay, no, when's enough for me? And I don't want you to go all the way down there just to get more tickets, because it's an $88 ride just to get up to the top of the Stratosphere.
Overpriced if you ask me. Overpriced, you ask me.
Yeah, well, I guess it might be like the toll roads. They have the toll fees so that people don't drive on them. Less people do to keep traffic down. Right, so going into the 5th place, it'd be season 3, episode 1. The season premiere of this season, and that picks up where we left off. It's after Elder Sink's wedding, and we drive from Las Vegas back to Salt Lake City, but not before taking any detours. So what the detour was is, what happened there is, one of the detours was when there was a wreck that backed I-15 up for like 6 miles. So I was like, screw this, I'm not going to wait here for hours and hours. So I get off the freeway, find a frontage road, which was a dirt road, and take it. Drive on it for like 5 miles until I-15 was cleared up. I get back on and we continue on. The second detour was that we got off I-15 and took I-70, and then we took that to Route 89, went up to Ephraim, Utah to see another one of my mission buddies. He's from Mongolia originally, but he served his mission with me in Colorado, Fort Collins, and then he's also come back to go to college here. So it was fun visiting him, but yeah, that was the first road trip on the channel, the first official road trip. Because of course we've done the Corning episodes, but those were just more of travel montages, and we weren't stopping and seeing people. We weren't taking like the fun detours and stuff like that. That's what road trips are about. You take your time. It's not rush.
Next one is season 2, episode 3, Lover.
Oh yeah, okay, good. Okay, so coming into 4th place, we have season 2, episode 3, which is it's our first episode in Corning since the channel started up again. And Seth Call finally has his own car. He's also licensed. He didn't have his license in season 1. So Seth has a 2005 Mercedes C230 compressor, and yeah, it's a trip similar to this one, except in Utah, winter was coming to the end, spring was coming in, but that's around the time I like to escape Utah and go to California and experience spring there instead of waiting for spring. So we had some absolutely beautiful footage. Hello, NSP. He was having so anyways, Seth was having problems with his car, kept misfiring, and even today it seems to have his misfire problems. So we drove to Corning, got the spark plugs he needed, and then we took the spark plugs out and put the new spark plugs in and got it running again. We also discovered oil inside the spark plug holes, so which is not a really a good thing. So from there, Brigham also learned how to drive manual transmission in that episode in a 2003 Mazda pickup truck. I'm not sure if it was what B series it was. It was a B series, but I'm not sure what engine it had in it. But Brigham learned how to drive manual transmission, and then I relearned how to drive manual transmission and relearned how to do it better. Because I'm pretty good with manual transmission once we're rolling, but that first gear is always a pain in the butt unless if you have a granny gear. So yeah, it was good getting me to learn how to do manual, and I wouldn't say I've mastered it. You can't master manual transmission until you have your own vehicle. Okay, so going into third place, we have season 2, episode 4. So right after this episode, but it's like several months later before we post, because I was kind of wishy-washy whether or not I wanted to continue the channel. So in this episode, Gabe and I. So in this episode, I've been reunited with Gabe many times at this point, but Gabe, Mitch, basically the whole Ricer crew reunited for the first time in 3 years. Because let's see, 19, 20, 21, yeah, 3 years. Because everybody was back from our missions and stuff like that. So anyways, Gabe had bought this car, a 1979 Mercury Cougar, and only had 40,000 miles on it. Awesome car. So we drive that around, and then what's so funny about this one is Tony's screwing around. Tony's screwing with fireworks, which if you guys know Tony, he's a big troublemaker, and I have to blot out most of what he says. At one point, somebody's like, hey, let's take this firework and launch it in the tunnel underneath Mount Vicor. And I was like, no. We're already breaking the law as it is, buying fireworks and having them west of 56 West. Well, we weren't west of 56 West, but we could launch them, I guess. But he decided to take them into the Mount Vicor tunnel, which is just a drainage ditch under the highway. And then he decides to light them off, and then the firework decides to backfire us. So Ethan runs, I run, everybody runs. One hit Tony and burnt his leg hairs off. One hit me, and looking back at the footage, I think I had 2 hit very close to my ankle. And then after like it's all happened, Ethan's like, take cover! After it's all happened. But yeah, I added the little explosion clip at the end just to make it dramatic, and then I have this next piece. Just to make it even more dramatic.
Take cover!
Yeah, I'd say that was one of the funniest moments on the channel, bar none. So that's why it's in third place.
We were going to be reporting the most recent 4th of July last year. Our neighbors were setting off fireworks, and it was like a 5-shot firework. Those things are known to backfire, and it actually backfired.
for idiots to handle. Sorry, Tony, we love you. Okay, going for our second pick. What's our second pick?
Season 1, episode 13.
Season 1, episode 13, Junkyard Rim Hunt. In that episode, before the series had started, Gabe was just learning how to drive in the winter because he had just gotten his license. He had a 2006 Toyota Corolla. Then his sister started using it and taking it. So Gabe's like, okay, I don't have a vehicle. I need to get another vehicle. So my sister keeps taking my vehicle. So he goes out and then he buys this 1999 Toyota Corolla that has 244,000 miles on it and burns like a quart of oil every week. So it's not doing too well. So anyways, I go up to Mitch and Gabe at lunch, start hanging out with him, and the Gabe's like, oh, we should probably go get my car. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, I slid in the roundabout at 60th West and 82nd South and crashed into a curb. So anyways, we get into Mitch's 2005 Hyundai Kia.
Trash talk my car one more time. I dare you.
Whatever the heck it is. I think it's a Hyundai Sonata. Sorry, buddy. And then we drive up and go to the car. I was like, well, if you say it's wobble, we could try changing it to the spare tire. It might have bent the rim. So we changed it and then limped it to the high school. It wasn't the rim, it was the LCA. So we change out the LCA, and that's what inspired Highland Racers right there. Is changing that thing out on that 99 Corolla, and it made us really want to start the channel. So yeah, there was that. And then a couple months later, I come back recording. It was the same trip where I got the Ranger stuck in the mud pit back in December of 16. And Gabe, anyways, I come back and Gabe's like, hey, can you help me with my car? Help me find a rim for my car? He's like, I crashed my 06 Corolla twice into a curb while you were gone. Which was slippery, the weather was terrible while I was gone. It was terrible in California too. In fact, our house flooded once again. It caused $14,000 in damage. So I was like, yeah, I'll help you out. But it was several months. So we were on the way home from high school one day, and this guy was frantically honking us, honking, flashing his brights, this one for the other. And then when I look in the rearview mirror, he's like signaling us to get over. So I pull over. He's like, dude, you need to tighten up your tire. It's going to fall off. Which that wasn't the case. The rim was bent, so it looked like it was going to fall off. So I had Gabe torque up the lugs again anyways, just to be safe. And then we decide to go to the local junkyard. So we put pick and pull into the GPS, and it puts us on like 7th. It puts us like on 7th East, like State Street, way out of where we should have been. So I was like, okay, this is ridiculous. So we decided to go to Pull and Save up 201. I was like, hey Gabe, we're up at my grandfather's. How about we go by and stop by his house, so you can meet him? He has some awesome cars. And he's like, not today. I have homework and stuff, because he had a full-time job at the time, and on top of that, he was going to school and doing AP work. That kid's a workaholic. I got to take my hat off to him. So my hat's off to him. So anyways, he was like, let's do it another time. And we'll go to your grandfather's, which leads us into our top pick, Season 1, Episode 16. That's where we go and visit my grandfather. It was supposed to just be Gabe and me, but Gabe ended up inviting Mitch, which was more than fine. And then Tony decided to tag along too. So we go up there. My grandfather starts telling stories of each car that he had. Yeah, it was one of my favorites because that's where we really started to go from spring into summer. That was the last day of school. We were super hyped up because I was about to head off to the Scare Ranch. Gabe had a trip to Bolivia. I think Mitch might have had a trip to Peru or something, but everybody was just getting super hyped up for their summer plans, and we wanted to go and see all these cars and stuff like that. So that's that's what happened. But that's it for our top 12 episodes on the list. Hiram, throughout the whole series, what is your favorite, besides episode 8, what's your favorite, what's the favorite vlog you've ever filmed? Or just your favorite vlog on the channel?
I'd have to think about it, because...
That's what you said 300 miles ago.
Yeah, I know. So I think my favorite is probably the one where we went camping with the grass types.
So, let's see, Season 1, Episode 21. Season 1, Episode 21. That might actually be, that was the first episode Harm's face was in it, because his face was in season 1, episode 3 or something like that, but he doesn't show himself. And Harm never really showed him, was never really in the vlogs until season 2, episode whatever. So yeah.
Now I'm just a cameraman.
Yeah, he was the cameraman. He's a good cameraman. He needs a little more training though, which I'm gonna leave that up to Brigham, because Brigham does some awesome scenery footage and stuff. But yeah. Alrighty guys, so yeah, how about this? Everybody who watches this video, I beg you, please go into the comments and please comment on what your favorite episode was, or what your favorite video was. Especially all the fellow Highland Racers, Gabe, Mitch, Tony, Ethan, TC, and then Hiram. I want you to go and comment yours. Brigham, comment yours. Braden, comment yours. Braden, you're not in very many. You need to pick up the pace. And all the other old Highland Racers who have been in the series but not on it. But anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, please like and subscribe. Take care. Have a nice day.
You